This is the Simpit. This is Michi Hoyer from ACS Saxpeed, and welcome to today's episode of the F1 2018 career mode driven on a McLaren against a 105% AI. And we are now at round 13, if I'm not mistaken. A cursed number, isn't it? So round 13, Spa-Francorchamps coming up here. And yeah, I'm looking forward to do some racing again in F1 2018. I was quite busy the other days, so yeah, it's time to catch up. Gaetano, thank you so much for joining. I hope I spelled that name right. Since you're Italian, you probably need to teach me how to really spell out your name correctly. So might need a little bit of rehearsal on that. Anyway, coming up, firing up the game. It's version 1.10. Oh, let me get that keyboard over here. Otherwise, it's just screwing me up. Anyway, so we're coming to Belgium. We are third in the championship, and the last race in Hungary, which we should have won, we didn't win, and that surely hurts our championship. Our championship position, since we lost a lot of points to Vettel. I'm quite surprised anyway that I'm competing against those guys here for the championship. As whoops, here we go. As yeah, it was quite a surprise to me. Anyway, we have a look into the data center. We have 4 messages. We have a new goals update. Competition awards. Qualify 6th or better. Got 2 weekends remaining to do so. Race briefing coming up. So medium soft and super soft. Finally, we have a new engine part developed. And oh, we do have a rainy qualifying in between. And it dries out before it rains again. It's gonna be kinda hard to to hit them.
Remember to select a driver that you consider your rival.
Yeah, to hit them goals there, qualifying 6th. We just need 1 point to beat Fernando Alonso in the rivalry, and other than that, we can go on a new rivalry. Whom we want to compete at? Well, doesn't really make sense to go that low. I'm leaning towards Ricciardo or Hülkenberg. One is definitely going to be the safe option, one is going to be the dangerous option. I'm going for the dangerous one. So potential respect 24. Let's see whether we can do this. First of all, we're gonna go in practice just as usual. Do track acclimatization. Do setup testing, which I have obviously built up again beforehand in time trial.
We're going to be logging some extra data during this session.
First of all, we're gonna
Nothing you
load
need to
up
worry
the
about,
setup.
but as we have some new parts, we'll just confirm they're performing to spec.
Load car setup. Spa. Tire select, I don't really care. Little look at the team objectives. What do they want to have from us? DRS test, low fuel test, fast sectors, okay. Engine and ERS. Updated engine specification, competitive top speed. Well, I would say
okay,
we
we'll
do
alter
track
the setup of the car.
acclimatization and simply go. We do that on the medium tire and we drive out of the pits to see everything works fine. And if you guys got any questions whatsoever,
okay, the track is green right
I
now,
think I
so
might have
take a few laps to get the
failed
tires up to
updating
temperature.
some information
Try and
there
feel
on,
your way around.
on Twitch and on Mixer according to the game. So let's see, first corner is a Rouge. Oh. This problem still exists. And I'm thinking towards going to box and even readjust that rear right height. I really feel like scrabbing on the ground at that point. Also need to get used to the game again. Just done a 10-15 minute run beforehand. Do you guys have any information whether the online modus has been improved? I have to admit I've never tried it in that game just yet. Box this lap.
Pitting this lap then, come into the pits at the end of this lap.
I can see this audio problem once again. Audio settings, advanced audio settings. Radio output device, it says. The right speakers, it just doesn't
I know what you can do. Don't let me down.
work. Again.
Okay, you're down into P2. Let's push on and try to regain first.
I see. So, probably have to do this every single time. I'm not sure really. Box this lap. Box this lap. Oh.
Confirmed, we'll receive you at the end of this lap.
No, I could have sworn that this wasn't there beforehand. It's interesting, so this pit lane here is so small and so tight where you do 80 kilometers an hour in here, which not do on every circuit, which has much larger pit roads. I also want to adjust some audio settings, the volumes, the volume effects, take them down really. To me the crowd is really cheering way too loud. Just not sure whether I'm simply steering too much, but I feel like not being linked with the car very well, and that Eau Rouge.
When you get a chance, make sure to run some of our practice programs. They don't all need to be done in one session, but there's valuable data there to help race strategy and car development.
Sure. What do you think I'm going to do right now as we go again for track acclimatization? I just want to have a stable car through Eau Rouge. That is literally
All clear
all
the
I'm
garage,
caring
please. Car ready to leave.
about. And maybe I've just hit one line perfect there in the time trial when I said, okay, that setup is now going to work. Might just be well the case. Okay, that is obviously what has happened now is that first of all, okay. What has happened now is that the effects are the engine and the crowd. Anyway. Let's just hope I can finally do some good rouge here. I simply keep losing it. Anyway, I go with it. Just means I need to do some little more driving skill in that perspective. So while doing the out lap, that gives me a chance to tell you guys what's also going on tonight. So around midnight I'm planning to do some iRacing, which I'm gonna stream live, and before that I will do some testing for FSR and Virtual Endurance Championship. Hey man, what do you mean they're funny? Oh, did you? How did you fix the spinning car at Eau Rouge? I'm not sure whether it is simply down to low tire temperature or something, but I basically just lost the rear end. You will see right there. Yeah, I'm just losing the rear end there.
We're seeing major wing damage. Box, box, box.
Well, this is gonna be a fun event, I think. Well, I'm not sure what's going on then. I'm pretty sure, Martin, you've seen what happened to the car there. I was just about to ask, how can I still do? Oh yeah, getting brake check is very nice indeed. Oh, stupid AI. I was just wondering how I can still do green sectors pretty much there. Yeah, I'm also expecting the problem to be located or to be found in the setup. I'm just a bit confused right now, because obviously I did some things that would work in the real sim, but yeah, I probably should have not tried it. Or I should have gone into a different direction. We will pretty much probably be doomed with setup work. Yeah, it could be the rear end rolling too much and then scratching on the ground. Could be so many things. I have my thoughts on it a bit, and I think I'm going, as you say, to really different kind of setup. Changing a lot of values then on the suspension, of which I do believe they should really fix it. So, car setup.
We've had to spend time repairing the damage to the car.
6th in the race. Okay. I'm gonna go try beat that. Suspension geometry.
So, we'd like to run the acclimatisation programme if you have a chance before qualifying. It'll give us a good indication of our relative pace and consistency.
Let's see if that is a... That should help it. Hey Mitya, how you doing, buddy? Haven't heard of you in a long time. Hope you're doing well.
Everyone ready? Okay, let's go.
So you finished 6th. Well, you're driving the Williams and driving the McLaren, and probably I do a little less AI strength than you do, I am afraid. I would not consider it being fixed. Yeah, Martin, I expected so. I just decided to keep in one AI
Okay,
strength
Jeff
for
here.
this season.
You're causing unnecessary wear to your transmission. Try to take it easy, or we risk losing it.
So basically for next season I'm gonna upgrade the AI strength to 110. Yeah, I think the McLaren meanwhile has been developed to be 5th or 6th best on the 3rd or 4th best on the grid. You can have a look after FP1, since I'm planning to do some more upgrades anyway. But due to the fact we do have a very long track here with Spa, and me kinda still fishing in the dark setup wise, I'm very much, well, not concerned, but definitely a little bit worried about my time management for today's session. Let's have a look, fingers crossed then. Clean air. Okay, I'll lift it just to make sure. Well, it feels a lot better now. Ha! That one was green though. And that's gonna be red. Oh, not again. Well, it might still make it green.
Okay, you have wing damage. This will be a major performance impact unless you box for a new one.
Nah. Okay, for the fourth time. probably would have not made it green, but I want to have it purple anyway. Oh, I'm just taking myself so badly to this right now. Setup wise, we've definitely gone in the right direction. It could still be a little bit more stable though, if I'm really honest. But I think the overall setup is... Yeah, I think so. Once again, wing repair damage. Okay, so setup.
Car repairs have set us back a little.
Car setup. Aero. In all honesty, it feels pretty much alright overall. Do not want to have that much rolling though.
I know it's tempting to focus entirely on the race, but we should put a bit of time aside to run the qualifying sim program. Try to run it before the end of FP3 if you can.
Okay, we're gonna go with this then. Back. Still on the very same set of
All
mediums.
complete. Mechanics, please stand clear. We're ready to go.
Quite embarrassing what I do here tonight. Until now. "11 chassis upgrades, 10 aero upgrades, and 10 races." That is purely a lot. Well, yeah. Speaking of the Williams, you probably do not have to take too much care of the Mercedes engine. Can you do development on the engine anyway? You should. Wow. Okay, apparently I still need to fix it. It's kind of interesting. How can you do upgrades to an 4-iron engine? I still like sliding around in the rear a lot. Which is a little bit annoying, to say the least. Yeah, well, it's probably the right choice anyway. I went sitting in the Williams. Okay, never touch this curb. I have very bad traction. Just green, very interesting indeed. I lost it. Okay, now everything needs to work perfectly together to make it purple. The last setup change definitely made things worse. Reds. No, that car is really crap now.
Be careful with the front wing, you've taken some minor damage.
I mean, this is now also a point of time where the tyre starts taking damage. Oh, Jesus Christ! What has happened to me? We were speaking about not even making...
Okay, take it easy on the car. We can't sustain this level of damage.
Yeah. Oh, genius. Who would have thought? So a few steps backwards on the setup and a little bit more towards stability rather than anything else. And we finally... Yeah. Oh. Well, usually, you know, usually I go into time trial and do a setup, a solid stable one, which is perfectly fine then. Well, this time I just couldn't get it right, apparently. So I'm still working on it. At the end of the day, I simply want to have a car setup that is somewhat
We've had to spend
okay
time
to
repairing the
drive.
damage to the car.
And I'm definitely not going to have a setup that likes killing me in Eau Rouge. Sure not.
We're 20th in the speed trap, 283.0 kilometers per hour.
You mean in the championship standings, Martin? For crying out loud.
Checks complete. We're ready.
I'm currently third with a 50-point gap to Vettel, I think. We can have a look up between FP1 and FP2. Gonna look at some things. This must be the most understeery setup right now. If I can't take it flat with that, I do not know. And I can't. Or I'm taking too much of that curb, but I do not really know. There's much more tighter in your championship, it seems. I think I got a 53 point gap to the next car. I simply have no idea where the floatiness of this rear setup comes, or this rear end comes from. Because usually I'm using more or less the same setup values for each track, because simply you can do it. Apparently for here it seems being a different story. Yeah, maybe that is the entire issue I do have. Touching that stupid curb. Oh, look at who's behind. Oh, I killed my battery already. It's also interesting. Just green. Fair enough. Yeah, maybe you are right, it just has to do with that stupid curve. Might well be it. That is exactly what you need in that program now. Fight. Okay, since I've just got 2 or 3 minutes left anyway, I'm now going to cruise home and try to at least finish that program in purple before I set back some values, trying to get this stupid erosion everything named. Yeah, exactly. I feel like losing too much time anyway throughout the course of the lap. Hence why I'm highly interested in going a little bit backwards. Is that purple already?
Good work. You seem to have a solid handle on the lap. Let's try and perfect each turn. Remember that chaining good corners together will give you a consistency bonus.
Thank you for telling me again. So, yeah, highly shy and anxious to turn in too much and too early there. Corner. Stay away from that inside curve there as well. I hate this input lag, I do suffer every single time. Well, I do have a wet start of qualifying, then some dry minutes of qualifying before it then starts to be wet again. And I'm not too sure whether I should enjoy that too much.
That's fantastic. You obviously have a really good understanding of this circuit.
Yeah, okay. I can do so much more aggressiveness. Come on, green. Really? Sure, if we're getting shown the splits. Got one improved lap time. What's my position anyway? P6 at the minute. Let's see if we can increase that. think we jumped up a place or two. Fourth. It's not too bad considering the issues I had.
Interesting practice session there then. Let's remind ourselves of the top three, who are Bottas, Ricardo,
Fernando Alonso in P3 again.
That's it for practice then.
So we're gonna advance and go back into the really, I never had that in any session, I believe. I think there was one wet practice session in the beginning, then everything dry, and we had some wet in the race. But like dry, wet, I never had that. Hey Joao, how you doing? We make it over 1,000 research points. Gain a little bit of rep here and there. Okay, so to answer you a few questions, Martin, I have had 6 durability upgrades, 5 chassis, 5 aerodynamics and 5 powertrain. If I sum it up until round 30, nice, 10, 15, 21 upgrades. I could have done a better job, probably by being more aggressive on contract negotiations and other things. Furthermore, what is in progress right now, we do have a major development coming up for Singapore in the aerodynamics. Championship wise, here we are, 144 points in the McLaren. So there you go. Hey DJ Wolf, how you doing there? Thanks for joining. And car wise, I think we're the 4th best overall on the grid. If you look at the progress in general, I think that is the entire vehicle performance comparison. The 4th best, short before the McLaren, the Ferrari guys. Yeah, I started doing reliability stuff because I think the gearbox broke after the 5th race already. Thank you very much, Wolf. Was an enjoyable race. That 12 hour was definitely something rather different and a good preparation for the upcoming Virtual Endurance Championship. So I want to have a quick look into what we want to do on the R&D tree, and leaning towards more power. The next update is a major one, takes 3 weeks and has a massive deduction right now in the price, so 852 points. We're gonna definitely do that. Then we go, and actually the next one for the chassis, either the engine cover or new front nose construction, and look at the gain on the chassis here. Holy moly. So there's some huge stuff that can be done with that major ultimate update. So looking forward to gathering more points. Martin, you had any questions at the minute? Any further questions? When it comes down to... Why is my frame rate dropping? Does my internet start to cause trouble again? I'm sorry for the lagging. I need to work together with the ISP here and need to fix this. Yeah, Martin, I'm pretty sure of that because you do more laps, I think, isn't it? You get more research points because of doing more laps and more participation in each program, right? So I want to have a new practice gearbox because that one is quite worn now, 78%. So we get a new one. Yeah, I do know. It's just I need to see whether there's working something on the Dropbox right now. But usually, no, that Dropbox is definitely shut down. That is stopped. And I also took care that the other Dropbox is definitely stopped right now. In the Dropbox. And the backup Google Sync is not working. Let me have a quick look on the internet, please. To see whether there's any stupid thing that could cause it. By saying internet, I mean my router. Sometimes, you know, I had a technician of my ISP right here on Saturday morning in order to fix connectivity issues with a number of different things, and actually there couldn't be a workaround with that. So I'll have a look into the log system. Events. Nope. Can't see any unusual things. I simply hope that the frame rate is coming back real quick, as I can see the up rate definitely being back to normal at the minute. That means we go on with free practice session 2. So F1 setup work again. Working on the current set. So I definitely want to see whether that fixes the issue.
I know it's tempting to focus entirely on the race, but we should put a bit of time aside to run the qualifying sim program. Try to run it before the end of FP3 if you can.
Well, there is no issue basically, but okay, so we drive out.
A bit like a rubber out on track. Try to take it easy for a couple of laps.
Well, not fix the issue, but whether I can drive that aggressively on the setup and on the track right now without screwing up the entire thing. I hope stream quality has come a little bit back. There will be a speed upgrade to my internet line, so I will get a DSL 100 connection with a 40 megabyte per second upload. Okay, there may be a little bit too much of the good, but overall I think that could be an improvement again. So with a 40 megabyte upload connection, full HD streaming should not cause any issues anymore whatsoever, even if one of my Dropbox folders keep synchronizing. But shoulda, woulda, coulda, you're only gonna see how things are when they are working and when the real test has begun. Yeah, grip through Provence definitely felt increased. No, let's have a look though. Yeah, that looks fine as long as you do not touch that freaking curb. I'm amazed by the speed we do have. I'm not even exaggerating hard on the powertrain. but we're gaining up on the delta quite heavily on the straights. Probably due to the low wings. Need to make sure in those corners to not kill them tires. Then we can keep the bar in the right direction. Too much sliding through Kuhon. I need to be careful now, really. Not too many corners to get that bar into the purple. And the high speed sectors usually are playing hard on that bar. You see, that is what I mean. So we keep
Program
it
complete
purple
and
right
a job
there.
well done. We got some excellent data with that run, so come on back to the garage and I can talk you through the numbers.
Hey Johnny. Yeah, it feels alright now. Does it start raining? Or is that stupid mistakes in my screen? Weather update.
Got that confirmed?
Weather report.
We'll be seeing at least 20 minutes of light rain. Dries seem like the best tyre for now.
Okay, light rain. That means we can run fuel program, ERS program, and then we skip qualifying runs and the race simulation into FP3. Engine upgrades, Martin, maybe? I've no idea. As you've seen, I've invested quite a little bit
3 laps of fuel remaining.
into engine. I'm gonna do the qualifying run right there in those dust conditions. Weather report.
This rain could be with us for a while. Light rain conditions for the foreseeable future. Dries seem like the fastest tyre at the moment.
Okay, right, still being quickest. We try for a hot lap then. That's a lot more slippery now. I think it's an audio glitch there, Green. I've set him to come over on the speakers only. Probably that is causing the glitch. It's literally too wet for a quick lap time with a lot of power. Box this lap.
Understood, stopping this lap. Okay, take it easy on the car. We can't sustain this level of damage.
I don't know why the game is doing it, but all the other audio, like Crofty as a TV commentator, I cannot hear at all. Those audio files simply do not play. Pointless though anyway. Usually I can brake around the 100-meter mark. Yeah, but there is a lot of decreased grip. Well, obviously, front wing's damaged. I forgot that. Yeah, so Green Blaze, you may want to have a look real quick. Preferences, go audio settings, and then in advanced audio settings you can name the radio output device, which I need to have, well, which I do have right here on them.
Good result last race. Let's try to go one better this weekend.
But just to make sure I keep the subtitles on. Go back. And we go pits. No, Jack, I haven't. I also haven't participated in the last two races. Well, Carl, you could always argue at that. I'm just saying it's not what the game is designed for. Usually you should aircraft, you like it or not. So the fact that you don't needs to be considered a bug. Okay, so
Car repairs have set us back a little. Our best lap so far is a 1:48.8.
To me, the engineer is just a little bit too loud and too clear compared to the engine voice, but you can't really swap it. And I think meanwhile, fuel management. Still, I'm not sure really whether I want to go on the soft tyre in that condition.
All set. Everyone clear? Car to track.
Despite I do think the rain or track conditions are well calculated into the delta lap time you need to do. Did they fix that wing? At least they did. So lucky. And now tell me how they do it. I do not even understand why we still have the DRS enabled. I mean, my car now has become slippery AF. Usually Pro is nearly flat out, and right now it's simply not. I'll not have too much fuel on board. For God's sake. Yeah, but probably I would go towards Inters with a different mindset. Although I can see your point because there's no spray just yet. But honestly, I think if it looks like this in real life, they would come in for Inters. What it is, what it is. Same for everyone, isn't it? Amazing. I do not really see me making this really purple. Simply too slippery.
The radar's showing a clear patch on its way. There's about 10 more minutes of this rain.
Yeah, I had a second of a gap already.
That lap was no good. We need you to improve on that.
Nice brake check. For crying out loud. That lap is gone for good. I mean, I can try keeping the delta at a specific point right now. But I simply feel sliding everywhere. Let me put the differential really closed. That should cause, well, not cause, but get me some rear instability. Aha, DRS disabled. So Martin, what you're gonna say is now box for inters, right? Vettel at least is on inters. Box this lap.
Okay, we can take you this lap.
So 1:59.5 was the given time. Actually, Martin, I'm fearing like the weather is so scripted throughout the season. Haven't you said you had a wet FP2 at Spa and a dry FP1? Oh, for God's sake, no. Please repair that wing. I'm literally so bad right now. So freaking bad. Like having a bad day at the office. Okay. Fuel management with inters and
ETA on this rain clearing up is about 10 minutes, so just keep your concentration out there. When you're ready, let's go.
You know what I should have done? I should have just smashed the car into the wall to entirely rip that front wing apart. Because that is what I now have, a broken front right end plate. There you go. Because the freaking mechanics do not change a semi-broken wing. Oh, that's such a joke. Yeah, experiencing kind of bit of front end downforce. I mean, I can try one lap, and if I see I do not have success, I might go into the pits and damage the front wing completely so that they change it. And probably then go out on inters again, and then it stops raining, and then the time delta is not sufficient again. I think that is kind of the scenario I'm looking forwards to. That is allowed. Okay. Very interesting indeed. Now the point of time come where I lose out due to whatever. Half a second. Oh, that was the closest ever program.
There's 4 laps of fuel remaining.
Completing lap. Hey Heiko, how you doing? Yeah, drifting at 4-wheel slide through a roof. I'd like to do that anytime. How much left in the session anyway? I've just done the tyre management program. I've just
It
done
looks
the
like we'll be
fuel.
running on a dry track soon. Back to dry shortly.
I think I can hear the internal combustion chain engine really bad. Means we will be switching to used but younger equipment. As we're running out of engine parts a little bit here. Especially new MGU-H and new a new control electronics. Or combustion engine, that is the CE. Yeah, so I think I'd rather want to run an ERS management program. So I will have the qualifying program and the race strategy program left for FP3. So as I said, what I have to do right now, finally, now the team can decide to change that front wing. Box this lap. Have to operate with the glitches of the game. I love it. So back to try shortly, they say. How much long left in the session? 4 minutes anyway. ERS.
We've had to spend time repairing the damage to the car.
So we go out for ERS management. For God's sake.
Our best lap so far is a 1 minute 48.8.
This is a super high gamble. Tire compound unavailable. Oh, for God's sake. So first it tells you there's not enough time left in the session.
We have a car leaving.
Sorry. First it says there's not enough time left in the session, but you can do a lap still. Then it tells you there will be a change of climatic conditions during the run, but you're not allowed to change tires to the new upcoming conditions. Ayok, that is. Let's see what happens here. As long as DRS is not enabled, I'm still fine with the same tyres. I'm probably just as I say. Watch the helicopter, by the way, taking the comms. And then go down into Rivage. I need to make around that corner so you can see it. There he is in Rivage. Then he takes left hand no-name corner to go towards Puhon. Actually, he turned around earlier. So that is how the helicopter works here. He's driving the very same track just ahead of you. Or on your, yeah, above yourself. What do you mean there, Heiko? I just know. Oh, DRS is enabled. Well, very nice indeed. Let's see what lap time delta we need to hit anyway. I only had in my mind that the Assetto Corsa Competizione leaderboard is like pretty inaccurate. Heiko, I heard that this game or this sim also has some setup exploits, like some things do work pretty well, whereas others do not work at all. So let's see what we can do. so stupid. Come on. I'm sure I can take it, come on. Overtake, engaged. No! Yeah, it was so obvious with a drying track then. Oh, so that leaves us 3 more practice programs to do. Hey Boyan, how you doing?
At the end of the session, then, here are your top 3. Bottas,
Yeah,
Alonso,
probably that is the
and
reason why you
Daniel
don't get in the
Ricciardo.
top 50,
Thank you
because
for
there's
joining
some
us for
setup
free practice
exploits.
today. We'll
That kinda work around that realism a bit. So it's the very same like where we do have them exploits. I actually forgot. Well, there was another game. Oh, well, actually, me stupid idiot. F1 2018. There's an exploit going on as well. So we have a quick final look at the Friday afternoon session. We cleared 2 more practice programs, gained a little bit more reputation. Not doing very well at all right now, but it's Friday evening. Engineers are going to sit together. I'm going to take my 5 minutes break and grab myself a new coffee. So Friday to Saturday night transmission going on here. What else is happening this week? So we have a very special week right ahead of us. We have the Virtual Endurance Championship starting this upcoming weekend with, I think, an 8-hour race around Indianapolis road course. And yeah, both ACR Suck Speed cars are going to be in Division 1. And I'm also trying to stream all 8 hours of both cars, so including my own stint and the other guys doing their runs on Saturday. So really watch out for the upcoming stream here on Saturday. I might have a new layout on the streaming for that as well. So that is upcoming Saturday, 3 PM Central European summertime, when the green flag will drop. So the stream is about to start 14:30, maybe a little earlier. Need to see whether we catch qualifying or how we're gonna do it. Not finally decided on yet. Also, we do have the final race of Formula Sim Racing coming up this weekend. I got a 10 place grid penalty to serve still, which will make this race around Interlagos pretty exciting, I believe. We still got a minimal chance of winning that team championship, I believe, since we're still waiting on some Court of Appeal decision that should overturn disqualification for Peter Briljak. And therefore we're looking forward to having a 38-point gap in the championships to, I think, Musto Racing, that is. So, well, first things first, both Musto drivers need to like score 0 points, which is clearly too unlikely or impossible to happen, and we at least need a P1 and the P3 all together. So that is the deal. Hence why realistically you have to admit ACR doesn't really have a chance. And that is going to be the reason why I decided to maybe stream that Formula Sim Racing race from my point of view. It's the only real race I do stream from my point of view there in Formula Sim Racing this year. So, you know, all the championships are decided anyway, and there is nothing more to hide. So we will hide a few things still, but yeah, I'd like to give you guys a little bit more insight in how we work, how the race is going, how are the things from my point of view. So that's gonna happen along with the numbers of iRacing streams coming up this week. So I'm trying to do that a little more. Gonna have a look at Assetto Corsa Competizione again. So a lot of things there going on, and I would be happy if you guys accompany me. Just simply watch out for the notifications as we go into free practice 3, and I hope for a dry track now so I can complete this ERS development program. This looks sunny, that looks good. That means we go first with ERS. We have 2 super softs here. Oh, nothing else but the super soft. Are you kidding me? Okay. Well, I'm gonna make this the other way then.
Okay, we've not got long between now and qualifying, so it'd be very productive for us to run the qualifying pace evaluation. We can get some good R&D data as well if we complete it. Don't push the car just yet. Track is still green. Try and take it easy for the first couple of laps.
So that is what we're gonna do first. We're gonna first do 2 qualifying runs. Well, at least 1, but probably 2. What is wrong with the steering now? Wow. Embarrassing. Really embarrassing game quality. Okay, so anyway, we're gonna do 1 or even 2 qualifying simulations. Maybe 1. Simulation will be cut in 2 parts, means a hot lap, a cool down lap, and a hot lap again, just to see how the tires behave. And then we will have definitely 1 set of tires being used only for 1 flying lap, because that will be the tire we then gonna do race strategy program with. Okay, that's everything nearly flat out. With quite a bit on fuel on board. Not going to be able to make this a fast sector 1, I'm afraid. Also take down a little bit of the energy store here. So we have some ERS left for the remainder of the lap. Fairly nice no-name corner. Can we take Cool flat out? Not entirely. Should be a fast sector 2 at least. There we go. Nearly all energy is now used up, so we put it into medium to just keep a little bit of energy left out of the bus stop. And now the battery is dead.
We've hit our primary target time. We're happy with that.
But only about just. So this is gonna be the cool down lap now for the second qualifying try. We need to go into P5, that means find another 410, which surely should be able, or should be possible, by not scratching this Rouge here. That will be one of those spots. Harvesting some energy, and there is no other traffic. So much time to find still here in the comb. Tire balance looks nearly alright. Could at least be a lot worse. Sure, we find 2 or 3 tens that are alone in P4. It's quite interesting to see how damn hard it is to charge up the battery or make use of the maximum charge available. I see. Yeah, Heiko, this game is still alpha, beta, whatever. So you will see that it produces some glitches. So here we go. Second try to qualify.
Final lap. This is the final lap of the program.
Bad exit, really bad exit. Even more gap after sector 1. Missing a tenth to the target lap time. Not perfect full horse still. I need to change that combustion engine. This is going to be so utterly close. Nope, not going to make it.
Alright, that's the program complete. This is some decent data, although far from optimal. It could still be worth running again.
Oh yeah, it will be worth running again, that's for sure. So despite being flying in all the other practice programs, the top speed here, while qualifying simulation, no! Fuck. I wanted to take it too easy. Has not been sufficient. How about
okay,
yours?
back to the pits. You need a new front wing. Box now.
Box, 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 box. I can't remember myself crashing so often. And I thought like Monaco would be the track where I crash a lot. Apparently it's not. Oh, sorry.
Your lap times are falling off. We want you to pit in for repairs. Box, box, box.
Box, 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 box. Oh, unnecessary. Can we do ERS management on those tires still? That would be the big question. Thank you, Heiko. I think I not only killed them tires now, I also overheated them so badly. I like doing that though. Exploit the physics. Can't get more than 136 degrees it seems. Oops. Sorry. So I'm gonna quickly clean those. Yes, I admit this is one of my worst performances throughout this season, if you want to call it a season. Alright, I need to hurry up though a bit, so we got 18 minutes remaining.
Set us back a little. So far, our fastest lap is a 1:45.1.
It's going to be fairly interesting because I do think I just have one single shot for this ERS management. Because I want to keep one laps remaining, 4 of 10. And all the other... how can the medium and the soft be unavailable? I did not get it, because... this is going to be fairly interesting. Yep. As I said, we're going to have to hurry up a bit.
This is the ERS management test. Hit the target time whilst managing your battery charge. The more efficiently you use energy throughout the lap, the higher you will score. Remember that you can change your ERS deployment settings via the MFD.
Looks good so far. Balance on those tyres are still surprisingly good. In before I crash it somewhere. No, in all honesty, those tyres are working pretty well right now. Wow, this is like... not gonna lie, unexpected easy. don't think I will ever run through through Eau Rouge without an issue.
There's 3 laps of fuel remaining.
Oh yeah, I forgot to turn it up into maximum mixture. Hey Terry. I'm doing fine, thank you. Yes, I'm still doing practice programs because, well, I've failed too often. Well, Martin, isn't it in the career mode, isn't it all about the practice programs more or less? You know, if you do 25% race and short qualifying, the main thing you do in the career mode is doing practice programs, isn't it? And car development. I think that is the main gist of it. Because those tires are still feeling pretty balanced. I need a little bit more energy to go for another lap. Not sure. Box this lap. Box this lap. Well, I'm gonna come in anyway. Problem is though, if I would have gone for another lap, I would definitely have run out of time for the race strategy program. Yeah, it seems like those races and fighting and driving the race is just like goodies to keep you happy when getting the points and getting the reputation, because that is really what enjoys me a lot, getting the reputation up and see what you can achieve. But yeah, sure, game wise, performance wise, it's everything that matters is those practice programs. Hey Thomas G, haven't seen you for a while, how you doing? Great to see you back here though. How is the physics? Improved compared to last year's game.
Standing by.
That's for sure. I would not consider it being really good physics just yet. And now exactly what I was fearing just happened. I'm standing by and I need to wait until Alonso gets boxed up and moved back into the garage, and I got 9 minutes 50 for 2 programs left. I'm not quite there yet, Martin, so you definitely do a better job. Could you get me finally out of the garage? I'm a little bit in a hurry. It could well be the case we not make the race strategy program. Due to the lack of remaining session time. That is the way you take a Rouge. Just need to do it. Fresh set of super softs. Who's the car ahead there? Grosjean. Yeah, you might be overachieving with the Williams quite badly. Yeah, but sure, credit to credit dues. You're doing a fantastic job there then. So Thomas, I hope everything is fixed again. What are you studying, by the way, and where do you study? As we approaching the next flying lap, I think we've got a good 8 minutes to go in the session. Yeah, well, I will be able to do just one race strategy program lap, if any. So I need to do that last straight away here. Can I finally get a fast first sector in? With better shifting, probably I would. Not scratching about the stupid curb. Come on. Stay in the green. For a fast sector 1. Stay. Only got them research points done. Oh, that Haas is gonna kill my lap anyway. Before I kill it myself. Maybe I can get nice slipstream now. Slingshot dive bomb engaged for the bus stop chicane.
Okay, test complete, and that was a very good job indeed. We got a lot of valuable information out of that.
144.3. Mechanical engineering you study, that is very interesting. What is the issue about your wheel? Just not enough time due to the studies? Or what's the issue? Thomas, do you have Facebook? Could you contact me on www. Whoa. Okay, I'll take that. www.facebook.com/HoyerMichi on my Facebook page, because I'm particularly interested into some conversation with you. So we got 4 minutes left in that session. I have to admit I'm a bit pissed about it, but I have to skip
We
the
have
race
2 laps of fuel
strategy
remaining.
program. Hold on. Try beat that lap time again. Well, we need to swap that stupid engine. Yeah, okay. Job done.
Mind that front wing. It'll need replacing if it takes too much damage.
Oh, it took too much damage, mate. Oh, nice. Gasly punted it into the
Come in
wall.
this lap, please. Box this lap.
We're gonna go
Okay,
box,
take
box,
it easy on the
box,
car.
box.
We can't sustain this level of damage.
No worries, Heiko. No worries. Oh, I should be careful. Is that the race gearbox already? Oh yes, it is. Okay, I should be more careful. Gonna swap a few engine parts then. Also, does the battery start getting wonky? Whoopsie. Oh dear. Oh, I can't get this leg in the way. Sorry, boys. Okay, so we accelerate the time. I think that is a 1 FP3.
As all the cars are now over the line, your top three
Yeah, we get a
are
+5 grip
Mitchell,
pen, whatever.
Vettel, and Lewis
We
Hamilton.
take that. It's gonna make racing just a little bit more enjoyable, doesn't it?
Good day today. Tell us about it from your perspective. Do you think that grid penalty was justified? You left some body work out there on the track. Were you struggling for grip?
It only can be bad.
Well, thanks anyway.
No problem, no need to be pissed. Ask stupid questions, get stupid reactions. Alright, boys. Barely going across the 500. Okay. So, what we're gonna do is pretty much we go straight ahead into qualifying. We do know about the rain conditions, which actually leaves us with one single shot. It does, Martin. It definitely does. I definitely do wait until rain. +5 minutes. Yep, so we wait those 5 minutes. And leave us 2 shots. So it stopped raining now. That means those are our 2 shots. Tire select is good. Car setup. Only thing I want to have is less fuel. Yep, like that. And then we go out. Session info. We drive out. This is okay.
All personnel be aware. Car leaving.
This is a full gamble right now, since the track might still be dumb. Oh, I forgot to change my engine. Of course I did. Yeah, Martin, I'm going out for session end again, so I'll leave myself 2 runs. DRS is definitely enabled. Oh yeah, there's a nice combustion engine. It's gonna be a fun race, definitely for the engine. But oh well, what did you expect from me? Just one of the most used days in the office, and you really can hear that engine like crank in the back. So we do have dry conditions, which is great, so we know exactly what we can do. I need basically to qualify on pole in order to fulfill my goal, my team goal, to get extra 500 research points. Okay, now I do have short qualifying system here. Or is it just like a challenge for yourself to only do one shot? Put engine into max, put ERS into overtake, leave a little more space to, oh no need for space. Nearly lost it. I have no clue where I am lap time wise. All I do know is that I'm very short on fuel. Maximum power to the line and across the line, P8 in the 43.0. 1.6 seconds off pace.
Less than a lap of fuel now. The tank is empty.
Okay. Where do I lose 1.6? Oh, is that the engine? Is that the loss of engine power? And we also do have that 5 grid penalty. I'm thinking about getting new equipment on. Really depending on that final run. Yep, seems like. Alright Martin, looking like for an ultimate challenge. After qualifying, replacing every single car apart and take massive penalties and try to come back. And what do you want from me, P6? Oh, for God's sake. Well, can we do it? P6 and the McLaren from the very back. Sounds like a doable job, depends very much on turn 1. And I'm so scared of a Rouge. Oh.
So far, our fastest lap is
I know.
1 minute 43.0.
I'm just thinking about I have failed it already. They go out, drive out.
Engine fired, we're set.
Live in the halls. Okay. I hear you, Thomas. So, yeah, whatever. Would be nice if we can have a little talk. Session info.
Here's the top 5 cars as things stand. Ricciardo, Raikkonen, Vettel, Alonso and Sainz. So just ahead of us in this session at the moment are Sainz, Bottas and Ocon. And we're in front of Stroll, Leclerc and Perez. Currently the fastest lap is a 1:41.4.
Yes! As if I could do it. So I do have a 5-place grid penalty that puts me into P13, and with a stricken engine, I'm not even sure whether this makes any sense to not start from the very back and take engine changes. Get a fresh supply of everything. I know Martin's challenge stays the same, I'm alright with that. I accepted it. I'm still of the opinion I can do it. With the new engine parts and stuff. Crap. Come on. Lino Rouge, please. Thank you. That is worth so much time. Come on. Six tenths quicker, but
excellent lap. We're really pleased.
Fourth. Ooh. That means 9th on the grid.
As we wind down from the excitement of qualifying, here's a look
We've
at
beaten
your
Fernando,
teams.
which is fairly important.
Raikkonen and Sebastian Vettel. Goodbye for now then, but we're really just getting started.
Oh,
Make sure to
what am I
join
gonna
us
do?
again for lights out tomorrow.
Shit, man, Martin, you put me under a bit of a pressure. I mean, obviously I not want to go somewhere and then lose out to P6. Ah, damn. You bastard. I know you, now you're gonna be particularly interested in watching that race. Yeah. You like putting me under pressure as well. Or, well, at the very least. God damn it. So I've won the rivalry over Fernando, which is good. I'm losing the rivalry over Ricciardo, which is bad. Oh. Yeah. I can understand why.
So, unfortunately, we've picked up some grid penalties, and we'll be starting.
What if I
further
simulate
back
the
than we
session?
expect. As for how
I'm
bad
joking.
It is, that'll depend
I'm
on
joking.
what the other drivers get.
Power unit. There is no penalty for this action. Yes. Well, could be worse. Oh, that would be cheeky. Upgrades fitted 1 of 4. 2 of 4. This is the problem though. Yeah, well, we're driving McLaren, we got reliability issues, you know that. I'm just not sure why it says upgrades fitted all the same. Anyway, we take them new parts. And see... Oh, we simply see how it goes. Martin, what I did is precautiously, when I qualified in P20 somewhere, I went to the storage and grabbed new stuff for free. Basically, that's what I did. One could say being retarded, others could say being a smart move. To the back of the grid with me.
Okay, remember to brake early for turn 1. Okay, our system checks are good. We need to stay in formation and start bringing the car up to temperature, please. Get some load into the tyres and work the brakes. We want them nice and warm by the end of the lap.
Where's my engine wear and stuff? To be honest, certainly not enough fuel with me for what I would love to do. How many laps anyway? Is it 11, right? So Martin, challenge accepted, P6. Want to be fairly interesting for me.
Conditions look stable at the moment. No rain currently expected.
Fairly important message. Both Ferraris in 2 and 3. Championship contender. So physics are bad. Usually my inner tire temperature should raise now. However, it doesn't. All right. Here we go. Mr. Matu, thank you so much for subscribing. Hope you're gonna have some fun watching this now. Massive dive bomb engage for turn 1. Depending on the start.
Keep an eye on the lights. The start sequence.
Yeah, was risky, I know. But we didn't touch. What is Alonso doing up here? What are they doing there at the front?
That's a strong start. Well done.
Oh shit. Well,
Be
basically
careful
that
with
is
the front
race
wing.
over
You've
now.
taken some minor damage.
Oh, for God's sake. Minor damage, that is more like major damage, to be honest. I will seemingly have issues with the
Okay,
downforce.
take it easy on the car. We can't sustain this level of damage.
Yeah, massive improvements. I could only hope for less drag, obviously. Yeah, basically because, you know,
Battery charge is high.
if I make it
Let's increase
P6,
ERS deployment to up the pace.
I don't want you to stand there and say, hey, you rewinded half your race, so what the fuck. So I basically had to stop doing... Oh, fuck. Oh, yeah, no downforce. Are gonna be killed now as soon as DRS gets enabled. Basically, are gonna get killed beforehand.
Check your MFD for a new strategy option. Box, box. We're coming in this lap.
Do we? Keep current.
Confirmed.
This is useless. If it says get a new front wing on, I would basically agree with it. Seriously?
Vettel's just moved into first place.
Oh, yeah, exactly what I needed for the championship. Max, you're so useless. Need to save fuel.
Box now, please. Box this lap.
Seriously. I'm not ready to box yet, to be honest. Tires are still in reasonable condition, I want to say. We're going to go pits, okay.
Gap to teammate behind is 3.5 seconds.
I need to run so badly and then save so much fuel. Box this lap.
Fuel target is +1. Faster engine modes are available.
No need really, just need to run. Save fuel for the straights. Although I could try for the undercut. Let's go hard then. Except for the ERS deploy. I'm gonna need that fairly soon. The Muppet's not gonna change the front wing anyway. So I need to fight that understeer.
Okay, we need some energy harvesting. Reduce ERS deployment. Fernando's in the pits.
You have to wait. Do I get a new nose? Probably not. Oh, I get. Ah!
Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now.
To be honest, what has costed me more was the unsafe release safety. Oh, suck my balls, K-Max coming.
Okay, clear.
So we lost position to Raikkonen. That's for sure. Hülkenberg out of the race. Not sure if that's going to help me. But definitely it's going to help me. It's going to be the draft Ocon has given me. Up towards the third sector now. I need to get past ASAP. Because I think he has started on them softs. Accept that. Oh, P7. No. No DRS there. Five laps to go, I think. That is the group I need to hunt. Nearly lost the car again. Holy shit. I need to keep saving some fuel, to be honest.
The gap to the car behind is 1.8 seconds.
For crying out loud.
The gap to the leader is 11.3 seconds. There's 5 laps of fuel remaining.
Close, Martin, close.
Battery charge is low. If we turn down the ERS deployment, we can harvest more energy.
Oh, echt jetzt?
Alright, so we've been looking at the damage, and we think you should be okay to continue. It'll cost us a little bit of time, but we're nearly at the end of the race.
Oh, I got a déjà vu. Hold on. That is your last hope, Martin. Mid-race game crash. I like the movement of...
Caution, caution. The virtual safety car is out. Reduce speed and maintain a positive delta.
those glitches.
Okay, slow down, slow down. Your delta is negative, which means you are too fast. Reduce
Randomly
your pace.
caused VEC because of mid-session saves. That is how this game works.
VSC ending, we're going green. Maintain positive delta until the green flags. There's 3 laps of fuel remaining.
Run away. Well, yeah, Kimi nearly killed me once, so...
Vettel's the race leader.
Okay, tyre weight's creeping in. Minimum ERS deploy to save up the energy because I need to survive the straights. Not really surviving anything right now. Oh, this time the damage seems harder than it is, than it was beforehand.
The distance to the leader is 14.8 seconds.
Oh shit. Yeah, now I really sold myself.
We're leading our teammate by 13.5
Ah,
seconds.
come on!
We have to replace that.
No, Martin. I'm gonna let you cry over that, but I don't care. Okay, well, you could argue in both ways, I think. What is that
Reduce the
AI
ERS
doing?
deployment, please. We need to charge the battery.
Ah, echt jetzt? Das ist mir scheißegal.
We're not going to be able to run in this engine mode much longer. We're about a lap over target. Drop down to mix too soon.
Hey Alter, was macht die AI eigentlich, hä? Schon zum Kotzen. Yeah, the triggers are so real, Martin. Can't remember when I've been so badly triggered by an AI. And right now I do not care about anything right now in this challenge. I'm just too triggered anyway. The behavior of the AI is so ridiculous in between, like they're simply turning into you just to get back on the racing line and then damage your front wing. To then capitalize on it the very next time. It was very interesting how Raikkonen was going quick around the outside of a Rouge because simply the car was able to do so or something. Well, I don't really know.
There's only 1 lap of fuel remaining.
Well, Martin, you can still be happy the crisis for me is not over yet. Because fairly now I'm out of ERS anyway.
This is your final lap of the race.
This is the final chance for me to keep anything till battery is dead, which is the case now. I want to see the movement of that Raikkonen car. So I'm simply understeering into him, okay? Because what looks like being just a standard turn right there, look from my perspective, To me, there is like a wave into me anyway. Oh, because I did it all time.
Okay, clear.
This is big fun right now. Triggered. So badly triggered.
Nice move. Good job.
Oh really? I'm so PISSED right now. And I consider my challenge lost anyway.
Okay, gap ahead is 12.3 seconds.
The bigger challenge is to dodge the unfair movement of... oh, I'm still gonna lose that position. Yeah, I expect you to, Martin.
Great drive, great drive. We're really happy with that performance.
Great effort there from Ferrari to take
So easy to get a 6th position in, or a 5th or a 4th, with the game just being not glitchy. I was literally parked in the pit box for 5 seconds and no car swept by, and then 2 or 3 cars swept by, and then it was finally released. So
And after this round of the World Championship, here's how things
I
look in the
cannot
drivers' table.
argue around that.
Result for Sebastian Vettel, who moves further ahead at the top of the table. And now I'd like to ask
I mean, I still lost quite some ground in the championship.
It's got to be Roman Grosjean.
So Martin, you had 64 points after Spa, which was a gap, right?
I saw a dip in form from the championship leaders today. Their lead has taken a significant...
No, one could think I'm like one of the biggest noobs right now,
As much as we did. Until next time, though,
and that is what pisses me off a lot. Like I feel myself not being able to drive at the minute, and that is what really...
Good day today. Tell us about it from your perspective.
Oh.
You were cutting your way through the field during the race.
Mhm. Yay.
Do you have any comments about the collisions?
Yeah. No comment.
Well, thanks anyway.
You know what? I'm so short. Ah, shit. I should not have said advance, but restart that race. Just to prove people wrong. And prove myself better. Oh, well, yeah, I was. I also felt like being not too aggressive in that perspective when trying to hold on into that position into first place with Raikkonen pulling in on me. That is what I basically feel like, but okay.
Excellent result.
There or thereabout.
Finishes like that will look good on your contract reviews. On to the next one. Your reputation with the team depends on a number of factors. Conduct on track, interview responses, and whether or not you're satisfying your current contract terms. The The higher your reputation with any
200
given team,
points
the
missing.
more we'll be able to push for.
Gonna
in
do it
contract
on the
negotiations.
next occasion then. Or do we have a minor 1 week, 600 points? Tire wear, that's always good. I'll simply go for it. So guys, that brings it to the end of the stream. There will be more iRacing tonight, probably around midnight. I'm planning to do either VRS or what's the other one? The IMSA race around Suzuka. If I go IMSA Sports Car Championship, I'm gonna drive the Porsche around there again. If I go for VRS, it's probably gonna be the Mercedes around Road America. So that is the further plans for tonight, and also do some VEC testing right now. So I'm gonna catch up with my mates in about 10 minutes to do some practice. I'm not gonna stream that though, but yeah, that is what's going on for tonight at least. Well, Martin, you are right about the aggressiveness. However, I do hope you kinda would trust me to believe I could have do a P6. Yeah, go do Monza and give me a new challenge. I think that is what you're looking for, isn't it? Anyway, looking forward to that, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys have a nice evening. Sorry about the stuttering that is going on right now since the uprate is dropping for random reasons. I hope with a new internet connection to be engaged in 4 days, that problem is going to be gone. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned to this channel. If you like what you see, please hit the like button, subscribe to the bell, subscribe to this channel, and watch the notifications to pop up for the next event taking place tonight. Guys, thank you so much for watching. This is the Simpit. I'm Michi Hoyer, and I'll see you guys out on track.